I have something to tell you. And you're very lucky, because I've never told anyone this in my whole life. You ready to make history?
You say that every time. I get it's a heck of a view.
Oh, it's more than that.
Maybe it's time we finally tell somebody else.
Hey, Grandpa. I think you two should consider moving out of the house.
That's what you're worried about?
One of your neighbors saw you pushing Nana around in the middle of the night.
But I think they're hiding something in that shed.
There's a reason. We were the ones who found this. This is our riddle to solve. Who are you?
Do you think he's some kind of alien? He could be dangerous.
I think I know how to find him.
Take care of this.
I need to see where all this leads, Franklin, and I want you there with me.
You're always looking for an answer to life's great mystery. I found mine here in this house with you.
They control everything. It's just a way to protect the secret. There's more of those, by the way. A lot more.
Hey everyone, it is Heather with the NRW where Nerds Rule the World, and that was the trailer for Night Sky, which is available right now on Prime for streaming, featuring J.K. Simmons and Sissy Spacek. Recently, I got a chance to sit down with Holden Miller and Daniel Connolly, the showrunners of the series, and ask them just some fun questions about the series that features a little bit of sci-fi, a whole bunch of family love, and maybe a conspiracy or two. I am Heather Hurt from Nerds Rule the World, and thank you so much for your time today.
Hi, Heather. Thank you, Heather. Hi.
Hi. I'm going to start off first with you, Holden. This series had a very classic sci-fi feel to it. It was that feeling of very modern, very today, but the future is just within our reach. What were those sci-fi inspirations for the series?
Yeah, it's funny. When I was writing the pilot script, I wasn't really thinking about it necessarily as a sci-fi story. It was a relationship story about these people, and the sci-fi elements were there to enhance the ability to dive into the questions and themes at the center of the show. But I think you're right in that perhaps that is a more classical approach to sci-fi. And I growing up, I had kind of old issues of Amazing Stories magazine and things like that, and yeah, I think that, just that approach was somewhere in my creative DNA, and I'm glad that someone made it into the show.
Great, thank you. And my second question is to Daniel. We heard the characters of Irene and Franklin were loosely based off of Holden's grandparents. But when you're watching the show, they kind of give this feeling of they could literally be any of our grandparents. While you're watching, it's I definitely know them. I definitely know them. So Daniel, who were they to you?
Oh, well, I'll always say that they're Franklin and Irene York, and they're their own people. But that's totally by design. I think we wanted to have these characters feel relatable and approachable, and that everyone could find an access point, because we all know older people, whether they're grandparents or neighbors or friends. And, I'd say that that's one of the real key differential points about the series, is that these two older characters are at the center of it. And we have these two amazing actors inhabiting those roles. And I think that, younger people, middle-aged people from all over the world, everyone can identify with that. And, I think it's a great asset of the show.
Awesome. And just a general fun question, of course. What would you do? You talked about not opening the door or opening the door. What would you actually do if you figured out that you had a portal in your backyard? Would you what would you do just overall? For both of you.
For Holden or for I would open the door. I would open the door. I'm a door
I think
opener.
I'd take JK's answer. I would go into the house and watch the ball game and maybe fill in the hole.
Fill in the hole. Would you ever tell anyone at all, Daniel? Since you would go in.
Oh, definitely not.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Why invite all of that attention?
Of course.
It's almost like doing a press tour.
I can understand that. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful day.
Thank you, Heather.
You too. Thank you, Heather.
Love your site. Bye.